What's going on, YouTube? Back at it again, the 8th night of Halloween. That's right. And I've decided I was torn between doing Nightmare on Elm Street or Friday the 13th. I'm like, I could do both and give you like a double whammy, or light bulb, bing, Freddy versus Jason. Bam. There you go. You got both of them in it at the same time. And the best part about this movie for me, personally, is Robert Englund is in it. The man himself who played Freddy Krueger and all the other iterations except for that remake one that they did, which was kind of like, I guess. Robert Englund's in it, and he just embodies that whole Freddy Krueger. That was the selling point, honestly. That's what made this movie worth watching, was that alone right there. Came out August 2003, so it's a little old, but let's be honest here. Horror movies typically have a hard sell to sell at you because they're cheap to make, and a lot of it is cringy dialogue, cliche characters falling down when you're being chased, the bad guy slaughtering things and some magical thing or convenient reason they win. Freddy vs. Jason, in a way, had kind of an original take on putting two iconic movie monsters, movie villains together and having them duke it out. I really like that whole idea that Springwood and Camp Crystal Lake were in the same universe. I really liked that. And the whole reason for Freddy doing what he was doing, I also liked the reason behind that too. It wasn't one of those stretches where they had to make up some bullcrap dialogue line or some kind of whatever, some convoluted way. It was straight up, they forgot about Freddy. Can't come back, can't kill anybody if there's no dreams to invade and nobody knows who you are. What do? You search the bounds of hell, which is what he did. He found Jason. Boom. Dude, you're going to go to Springwood. You're going to go to Elm Street. That's where you're going to go because the children have been bad. You're going to punish them and make them remember. Well, of course, one kind of cliche thing in the movie is after Jason does what Jason does, lo and behold, this cop lets it slip about Freddy Krueger, then that right there was like the little spark, the little ember, and there's one complaint on the movie for me. It would have been nice to have seen Freddy get a little more victims than Jason did. I mean, Jason was just a powerhouse in this movie, hacking people down left and right, some pretty effed up ways of being killed, and Freddy gets like one dude. He gets like one. And I'm sorry if that's a spoiler. It's not like it's a heavy spoiler, but that for me was kind of like, it would have been nice to have seen maybe Freddy get a couple of them, and then he can't focus on doing that because Jason's doing this. Now, the reason why they started fighting is still a good reason. Definitely good enough. Like, Freddy overreached, got somebody that would do the job, but he was doing the job too good, kept doing it. Upper management, this guy's now the boss. The fight scenes with these two guys are pretty amazing. Like, hands down, you've played Mortal Kombat. Anyone that's watching this has played Mortal Kombat or Tekken or Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Capcom. You've played a game, but mainly Mortal Kombat. The fight scenes in this is like I'm watching someone play Mortal Kombat. Like I'm watching these two guys, drop the elbow, slash, swing, like all these combo moves and all these different aspects of beating each other up. Movie, it's a through and through slasher. Hands down. It's got boobies, it's got booze and weed and killing and blood and gore, language, every single thing in a slasher horror movie that you would want, plus more, it's all in there with a nice little bow tied on top. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. I've seen the movie so many times, so literally like watching it again was just kind of like, I'm almost kind of saying it line for line when stuff is happening, or like, ooh, check this out. It never gets old. I also like the musical soundtrack they have for it with some of the rock heavy songs and some of the fun stuff that's in there and the characters. Well, a lot of the characters, their lines are cheesy by a lot. I mean, there is some cheese in there. Let's be real. Like when you're at Olive Garden and you get your pasta and they're like, "You want some cheese?" And you're like, "Yeah." And there's like a little bit more. Okay. That's kind of what it is like with that aspect. I mean, there is some cheese in there, but it goes without saying. Movie's fun. It's definitely, it's one of those movies where if you've seen all the Nightmare on Elm Streets, which I have, all the Friday the 13th, which I have, even the remakes, this is kind of like it's almost like it's a weird, you're watching two separate things, but then somehow they do this. I like that. There's a bug in here. Get out of here. Fly, moth, bug, whatever you are. Beat it. So it's nice seeing that. I enjoy that whole aspect of these two iconic guys going at it head to head, like to the death, and like even beyond death. Like that's how bad they want to kill each other. The movie's just fun. Like seriously, like if you want like a guy's night out or just like a group thing with some drinks and just some pizza and snacks, like this is the movie for Halloween, like hands down. It doesn't have to necessarily take place during Halloween because it doesn't, but it works. All the stuff is there that you need to know, and they do a good job of that too. They give you a little bit of snippet information on each character to kind of do all those movies to get you caught up as to why they are what they are. Perfect. Done. This score is going to by far be a biased score. Love me, hate me, that's okay, but I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. Even if it were to come out today, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. It's just an enjoyable movie for what it was. It was like, you know, the studios and producers and people are like, okay, we're doing a horror movie, no Oscars here, no Academy Awards, but we're going to make it the best that you could possibly get for something like this. And I felt that's what happened. That's what they achieved. That's what I feel they did. 8 out of 10. Go see it. I recommend it. Rent it. Buy it. Own it. I own it. DVD. Yep. He keeps saying DVD. I own a lot of stuff on DVD. Just not a big fan of having to reset the collection again. Stuff that comes out now, of course, I buy it on Blu-ray because that's pretty much all there is. Blu-ray, DVD, digital combo, 4K. Go ahead and like this video and favorite it. Share it. Really appreciate all that. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. Go ahead and leave some comments down below. What did you think of Freddy vs. Jason? Or do you like Freddy? Do you like Jason? You know, we can converse, have a fun conversation. Might be a little fun. I appreciate if you do all that fun stuff, subscribing, all that. Please, please, please. I really appreciate it. And remember, guys, you heard it here at the source.